not so pleased with the agreement. I don't expect that Israel will fulfill its commitments. Why Israel should exist? This is the question. Israel is a big burden on the shoulder of the war.
All right, so Razi Hamad, the Hamas asshole, is complaining and carrying on that Israel is not a fair partner for peace. Yeah, maniac, Manyuki. You're lucky you're still alive, you piece of shit. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, leave your comments. Follow me, Rafi the Realtor, for all of your real estate needs. And you can support the channel via the Buy Me a Coffee link in the pinned comment or description. Let's get to it.
Once again, Trump says that they're close to securing a deal. But many of the war's biggest supporters think this is a white flag and that any chance of a good deal has been vanquished by the midterm elections. Meanwhile, US and Israeli officials are being forced to deny extraordinary claims that they helped to plan a rush of 60,000 migrants into one of Spain's Moroccan exclaves. We'll get to all of that shortly, but we begin with an apparently historic breakthrough in Gaza. Trump's controversial Board of Peace says it's reached a landmark deal for Hamas to disarm and for Israel to leave Gaza. There's been no official word from Israel, which carried out intensive strikes in Gaza this weekend. Well, Ghazi Hamad is the spokesman for Hamas and joins me now. Mr. Hamad, thank you for joining me on Uncensored. In very simple terms, what is this deal?
I think this is an exceptional deal because of the exceptional circumstances, because of the genocide in Gaza, because of the operation in Gaza, because the world is watching Gaza doing nothing. People are killed every day. People are exterminated every day in Gaza. No one succeeded to help our people there. All the people are watching. So I think we did our best in order to save our people, to save our citizens in Gaza Strip from displacement, from mass killing, from massacres, from genocide, from all kinds of tortures. So I think this is a forced necessity in order to save our people in Gaza Strip. I know it is not easy. I'm not so pleased with deal because I think we are looking for something is more better in order to create a good atmosphere for our people, to end our occupation, to end the occupation, to build a new future for our people. But as I told you, the situation really is very bad, very hard for us. No one helped us in this, and for 80 years, that all the international community are looking for watching the Palestinian people under oppression, killing, mass killing, settlements in the West Bank, confiscation of lands. So I think we try to do something in order to save our people, to put our cause in the table of the international community. This is an exceptional phase of the Palestinian history, which is full of pain, tears, blood, and suffering. This is maybe someone is most hardest phase in the Palestinian history. I hope that we can succeed to save our people from this monster. You know, yesterday we received significant messages from the Israeli after the declaration or after Hamas said that we accept this agreement. They killed more than 30 people, citizens, children, and women, and they sent very, very significant message to the United States, to the mediators, to the Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey. We are not interested with the deal. We want to continue to kill people in Gaza Strip, to target everywhere. So I think that the world should understand that Israel is a burden. Israel is the core of the problems in the Middle East. They created troubles in Lebanon, in Gaza, in West Bank, in Yemen, in Iraq, in Iran. I hope that the world can open their eyes and see that the problem is not the Palestinians. The problem is Israel, which is a state of occupation, state of extermination, a state of genocide, a state of...
Hamas has learned to play the game. They've learned to play the game. They lost militarily, but their one playing card, their knight, their queen, whatever chess piece you wanna use here as an analogy, he is throwing all of the classic terminology that the media and college campuses and everybody who's against Israel is using, And that's really all he's got. And that's all the Gazans have. And that's what they should do if they want to hurt our reputation. That's what they should do. Now, to people listening to this saying, "Oh, you'll hurt your own reputation." Okay, pal. Okay. A 1 to 2. I mean, there's no need to justify, explain. If you can't see, and it's sad that so many people can't, that Israel is held to a higher standard than any other country on the planet. I don't know what else to tell you. I do highly encourage you to watch my podcasts, my long-form podcasts. All of these talking points, all these anti-Israel talking points I cover, every single last one. There isn't a single one I haven't covered, as far as I've heard. So if you have a point you want to make, you can leave it in the comments. Any criticism of Israel, you can leave it in the comments. I'll give it an answer. I'm sure I'll either debunk it or just prove it wrong. But I digress.
Racism, apartheid. I hope that they can understand.
So let me put a question to you. Okay, so you obviously do not trust the Israelis, and I would put to you that there's very good reason why they would not trust Hamas, and you in particular, when you make any kind of pledges, because of course after October the 7th, one of the worst terrorist attacks of modern times, you went on camera publicly and said, we will do this again and again and again, and said you were wedded to annihilating Israel. Why should the Israelis trust somebody who said that?
You are a professional journalist. What do you expect from Palestinian people under occupation for 80 years? I am as Ghazi. I know nothing about West Bank. I know nothing about my people in Jerusalem. I know nothing about my people inside the Green Line. 80 years of suffering, oppression, and suffering from the Palestinian. The Palestinian people, Palestinian organization, PLO, they try to find a solution, peace process with Israel, but Israel destroyed the peace process. And instead of this, they started to take lands, now to destroy the Palestinian Authority. To impose.
No, I understand, but with respect, Mr. Hamad, if I may just interject, with respect, if I may just ask you a question. If I may just ask you, I just want to ask you to, I want you to respond to my, Mr. Hamad, respectfully, if I could just ask you to answer the question, which is, given that you yourself said publicly that you wanted Hamas to keep doing an October the 7th style attack again and again and again, why should the Israelis trust you?
You know that they don't trust anyone. They don't listen to anyone. They don't listen to the mediators. They should not trust anyone, because I think that this is an occupation. You know, Hamas as liberation organization, we never commit crimes. We never kill civilians. We try all the time to liberate our home from the occupation.
Well, that's complete nonsense, Mr. Hamad. Sorry, I have to interrupt there. When you say you don't commit crimes and you don't kill innocent civilians, we all saw what happened on October the 7th in 2023. You had 3,000 members of your organization, Hamas, pour over the Israeli border and...
No, there may have been 3,000. A good portion of them were civilians. The reality is they're all one and the same. They're all one and the same. And this whole bullshit narrative that Israel's trying to spin of, we're trying to get rid of Hamas. Enough. Enough. The Gazan population wants to destroy Israel, period, end of story. That's it. We're playing such dumb games. We're playing such dumb games. That's it. The fact that this guy even has a platform on Piers Morgan, a Hamas leader, is on Piers Morgan, it's insane.
Commit a series of despicable crimes in which you massacred innocent civilians all over Israel. You then captured over 250 of them, including Holocaust survivors and a baby. So the idea you've not committed crimes is ridiculous.
No. I say 100%. I'm confident that 100%. We never commit crimes against civilians. Maybe it's some mistake happened, but it is not the policy of Hamas. It is not
Well, there weren't mistakes.
From Hamas.
You gunned down
No,
innocent
all
people.
The time, all
sorry,
the time,
again, Mr. Hamad, I'm sorry. I can't let you get away with saying that. Hamas deliberately massacred people at a music festival. Hundreds of young people enjoying a music festival. That is a war crime.
Very well. There was no commands to kill civilians or to kill women or to kill children. I think maybe some mistakes happened, but I think that Hamas has no any
there weren't
kind
mistakes.
Of
you burned people alive in their homes.
Instruction to kill civilians. In spite, you know that how many people, how many civilians, how hundred thousands of Palestinians since 1948, civilians, women, and children were killed by the Israel forces. What they are doing to Palestinian people, it is not something that you can imagine.
Just to be clear, I have said repeatedly on my show that I believe that the scale of Israel's response to October the 7th has been way over the top. They've killed far too many Palestinian civilians in their response to what happened that day. But given that you are the Hamas spokesman, for you to come on this program and say to me with a straight face that nobody in Hamas committed any crimes on October the 7th is just a brazen lie. Your people, your terrorists, poured over the border and slaughtered hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of innocent civilians and captured many more.
Piers, I'm a leader of Hamas, I understand. We believe in humanity, we believe in law, we believe in ethics and morality. We understand this is very well. We never use violence again. Maybe there's some mistake by individuals, but it is not the policy of Hamas. It is not our thinking. It is not our mentality to kill civilians. But
it's crazy. He's lying through his fucking ass. Lying through his fucking ass. Like it's not crazy. It's not surprising at all. I mean, that's who you're dealing with a terrorist. But like, it's nuts. I don't even know what to say. At least Piers is calling him out on it. Good on Piers for calling him out on it. Like, dude, just admit it. Just at least acknowledge it, so we can give you some kind of credit. You know, just be honest with what you want to do. All the education you were pushing to your young children, and with this cartoon indoctrinations, giving 10-year, 12-year-olds weapons, holding rallies, talking about stabbing Jews, shooting Jews, the Hamas charter. Oh, well, they changed it. The second one. Oh, okay. Okay. They don't trust us. Yeah. Why the fuck would anyone trust you? You fucking...
Maybe some people, there's some mistakes happened. Yes, I don't deny this. But you have to understand, we are...
Mistakes that happen, you're a mistake that happened. Let me tell you, you're a fucking... It's a goddamn shame your father didn't come on the wall. It's real... You're a... Mr. Hamad. You're quite a mistake, sir.
To the hostages, or the Israeli hostages who were kept for a long time. I think we did him very, very, very kind with them. We feed them. We give him all kinds of protection and shelter. But our prisoners now, more than 7,000 or 9,000, now every day they are exposed to the tortures and exposed to the humiliation on all kinds of bad behavior. So I think now we believe that we follow the Islam principles who instruct us now to deal with even with enemy. But look now to Gaza. You know, since the signature of the Sharm el-Sheikh agreement, about 1,400 people were killed. But you can see 80% of them are civilians, women and children. Before that, in this war of genocide, more than 80, according to our statistics and the statistics of the international organization, more than 90% of people are civilians. So I think as Hamas, we believe to fight against occupation. This is our duty, to fight against them again and again, because I think we are looking to build our future, to free our homeland.
But if you're going to, all right, but Mr. Hamad, let me again interrupt you because I can't just let you talk without being challenged. When you accuse Israel are committing crimes. I think you have perfectly legitimate claims against some of the actions of this Israeli government, and a proper investigation will need to happen about exactly what has happened in Gaza and how many civilians have been killed. I think the reaction from the Israeli government has been way, way, way over the top, and they've killed far too many civilians. They say they've only gone after Hamas terrorists, and that in the process, civilians have been killed. I think that's a very questionable position of them.
I am so tired of this fucking bullshit. If you have a group of people that wants to annihilate you, you eliminate the threat and you do whatever you need to do to get it done. What that means is that I'm not suggesting to nuke the country. I'm not suggesting to kill every man, woman, and child. What I am saying is that you make sure that you do not have to worry about the threat from that group again, or at least what the Old Testament says, long-lasting peace, which is 40 years. You do what you need to do, whether that's conquering land, whether that's expelling the enemy. You don't fuck around with that. It's not up for debate. The problem with all these international laws and all these rules of engagement, rules of war, is that a good portion of the time, it does not allow a country to win a war, and you end up with another war either in a few months from that war or a few years from that war, and more people die in the long run. Better to have a shorter, more brutal war that finishes, that ends it. The two groups, they go their separate ways. One group wins, one group loses. C'est la vie, salamat. That's it. It's like these concepts of you kill too many people. Don't start a war and then expect not to get your shit fucked up. It's just I don't understand. I do not understand. Like would never suggest that war is a wonderful thing. I am not some warmonger or war lover. Okay? Hamas definitely is, but what I am saying is that Israel needs to finish its wars. They need to finish their wars, and they fucking never do. And it drives me nuts because we're in these constant conflicts and wars over and over, and we just don't want to do the things we need to do. We don't want to make the hard decisions, and instead we keep paying the price. It's so exhausting. Like Israel's going to pull out of Gaza. Hamas is going to disarm. Israel's going to pull out of Gaza. The stupidest shit. Stupidest shit.
I also think the fact that 75–80% of Gaza is pretty well uninhabitable is a disgrace. And I think the actions of some members of the Israeli government, Ben-Gvir, Smotrich and others, and their words are borderline, certainly ethnic cleansing and possibly genocidal. I think their plan and intention is to take the West Bank and Gaza. So, I've tried to be very fair in my coverage of this since October the 7th, and I'm very aware of the history going back to 1948. However, if you're going to come on here and you're going to accuse Israel of committing crimes, but in the same breath try and tell me that no Hamas terrorists on October the 7th committed crimes, everybody watching this interview will think you're a liar. Why would you want them to think you're a liar?
It's not a terrorist action. I think we are acting against occupation. We never, as Hamas, we never use our power and our capability against Europeans, against Christians, against Jews, against Western people. We are fighting against occupation, and it is our legitimate right. According to United Nations resolution, according to the international community, according to all kinds of regulations and laws, it is our fight against to end this monster, this occupation. We want to end it. No one help us to do that. So I think we have to use everything. But we never cross the lines of morality and humanity and laws in our conflict against occupation. But if you look to the other side...
I'm sorry, but again, Mr. Hamad, I'm sorry, listen. I'm sorry, but you crossed every line of humanity and morality.
This is not true.
Every line.
There is
On October the 7th, the actions of Hamas on October the 7th crossed every single moral, ethical, and humanity line.
This is not
Your
true.
people committed acts of utter barbarism against innocent Israelis. You did.
No,
we saw it with our own eyes. Your people, your Hamas terrorists, well, just to be clear, your Hamas terrorists, your people, they deliberately posted videos of themselves committing their atrocities in real time.
Yeah, but Paris, why you describe Hamas as this organization? Why? Please answer me this question.
Because I think what happened. I'm going to tell you. If you let me answer, I'll tell you.
But just answer me.
On October the 7th, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Hamas is
I will tell you. I understand your position.
Yes.
I understand your position, and I understand that you believe you're fighting an occupation. You believe you're therefore freedom fighters. I understand Hamas' position. However, I brand Hamas terrorists because the actions on October the 7th were the actions of a terrorist organization that committed a series of despicable crimes against the Israeli people. There is no justification.
You are not fair. Well, you are not fair in this situation.
To be clear, let me ask you one simple question. Why would you take hostage a baby? What possible justification? Never mind all the other crimes that were committed that day. Why would you kidnap a baby?
I told again and again and again. We have no instruction to do that. We never planned to take civilians.
So why did they do it?
No. I want to tell you something. This is a fact that in the beginning of this war, that I think we told some international organization we are ready to free all civilians in the beginning of the war, but Israel refused that. You know, I was in this negotiation team.
Yeah, well, what you're leaving out, asshole, is Israel had to agree to free thousands of convicted terrorists. So yeah, they weren't so quick to agree to such a horrible deal. Oh, well, if Israel would have just agreed, maybe you shouldn't have taken the hostages, fuckwad. All right. Anyway, I heard enough of this piece of shit goat fucking Humstein. Oh God. I hope you get hit by a train, you fucking. Anyways, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your comments. Follow me, Rafi the Realtor, for all of your real estate needs. I'm going ham on this, so it's like advertising real estate after. The ones that love me will love me. The ones that don't. It is what it is. I'm an opinionated guy. So be it. That's the life I chose. I'm not a passive guy. It is what it is. Make sure to you can support the channel via the Buy Me a Coffee link in the pinned comment or description. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, peace.